Welcome, welcome. Andy Hudson, Director of Marketing, and welcome to Incentive Concepts Live. This is our round of applause for Duo Dogs episode, and I'm really glad you're joining us. Episode number 88 since we started this crazy series back at the beginning of COVID. And it's the last day of February, leap year, once every 4 years. Spring is right around the corner. Let us know where you're joining us from. Put something in the chat. We'd love to hear from you as always, and we will be featuring some of those comments that are in the chat throughout the episode. Again, this is Round of Applause for Duo Dogs, and part of the event description reads, join this episode to hear about Benji and Billie's journey, to learn about Duo Dogs, and to experience firsthand how Incentive Concepts supports causes and organizations that align with our teammates' passions. And I'm really excited about this episode because we have a whole lot of amazing things to feature today. And we want to thank everyone who RSVP'd in advance. We always love that. So we know that you're going to be joining us. And let's look at some of the submissions that happened during the RSVP process. We asked people to tell us what nonprofit, pet related or otherwise, you are passionate about and why. So let's look at some of those submissions at first. And the first one is from our longtime viewer, Christy Little with Halo. Let's put that up on the screen right now. And she loves all things animal rescue. Her and her husband are very active in fostering and fundraising and various rescue groups in her areas. And she's saved many and made lots of new friends, both furry and human friends. So Christy, thank you for that comment. We love that. David Bard from BAMCO, who tunes into all of our episodes, he likes to support the AMHSI student program for high school kids to study abroad in Israel. David, thank you so much for that comment. Wonderful organization. Mike Shampoo from Winbrook, a good friend of ours. He likes the Catholic Charities. He supports that group. They offer care, assistance, and support to anyone in need, regardless of their faith, gender, or any other identity. The only qualifier is need. And then one last one for now, and this is from our own Lisa Brown. Lisa Brown with Incentive Concepts. She supports Compassion International. It takes a village to raise a child, and she was lucky to have a wonderful support system when she was raising her son, whose name is Andy, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. So thank you for that, Lisa, as well. Again, thank you for those amazing submissions. We have some people tuning in from all over the country. Brett Sanborn, he's saying hello from Michigan. He tunes into all of our episodes. And of course, Kim Thorne, who we love seeing you. Kim, thank you for joining from sunny and chilly Minneapolis. Great to see you all. And also Julie Bruson, I hopefully said that right. She's in Minneapolis with a smiley face. Love Minneapolis. It's a great town. Love it. Anyways, we will highlight more of those submissions throughout the episode. And feel free to put your favorite charity or nonprofit in the chat if you didn't already do that in the RSVP, and we'll highlight some of those as well. Personally, I'm really fond of JDRF. I have a nephew who has juvenile diabetes, and then my wife works for Central Institute for the Deaf, and they actually teach children that are hard of hearing to speak, listen, and succeed. And that's a fabulous organization that I'm very passionate about. With that, let's bring on our first guest. And it's a multi-time guest here who we've had several times on the show. And she's not alone. We have Benji and Billie Reise. Hey, how you doing, Billie?
Good. It's Benji's nap time, so we're fighting to keep him up right now.
Okay.
Thanks for having me.
Hey, Benji, how are you? Good to see you, Ben. Looking great as always. We love Benji. He's such a great part of our family.
Thank you so much. Benji is a 4-year-old Cavapoo, and he's been known to come into the office. He does like to sleep his day away, but I'm really glad to be here. Thank you so much for picking a charity that's near and dear to my heart. Again, I'm Billie Reise. This is my 17th year with Incentive Concepts, and I'm the Vice President of Administration.
Wonderful, wonderful. And we have somebody from our team giving a shout out to Benji, Jenna. She's saying,
All
hi,
right.
Benji. Saying, hi, Benji. So there you go, Jenny. But I appreciate that. I appreciate that introduction. That's amazing. What are some of your major responsibilities with your role as VP of Admin?
Oh my gosh, I'm a visual person. A lot of you guys know that here, that know me. And so this is one of the plaques that I make just to remind myself on a daily basis, hey, what am I responsible for? And I'm responsible for leading and managing and holding people accountable at Incentive Concepts, our culture, hire, fire, review, reward, and recognize. Recognize is actually my passion. And all HR processes, insurance and benefits, communication and setting expectations, and also managing unexpected circumstances like when the doorbell rings and you're getting ready to do an IC live.
Yes. Well, we've had that happen a few times. We've actually had surprise visitors join us before on the broadcast, but hopefully that won't happen today. Benji's a great visitor. Um, but those are fantastic. And I know that everyone subscribes at Incentive Concepts to the core values that our company, really emphasizes. Can you talk about the core values that we have at Incentive Concepts and
Well,
how they're
Andy,
published?
again, I'm a visual
Okay.
person. So this is one of the plaques that we provide for our team. And it really talks about being ambitious, family focused, empowering, philanthropic, evolving, and value creators. And the goal is to make those not just words, to make that really part of the way that we work with our customers, the way that we make business decisions. So we make sure that our core values are spoken often, whether it's in a level 10 meeting, in a town hall meeting, even
Mhm.
during performance reviews. So this is our language. These are our words that we believe in, and we make sure that they're brought up often.
Yeah, and I love what we've done in the office with showing those core values visually and how we look at them every day. One of my favorites on there is the philanthropic part, I must say, because I just love the fact that Incentive Concepts is very passionate about philanthropy and giving back. And what are some of the organizations that Incentive Concepts kind of supports regularly?
Right. On a regular basis, often you'll see backstoppers on our list.
Mhm.
Also, Friends of Kids with Cancers on there quite a bit. Feeding America. So there's some also, a reach outside of St. Louis. Stray Rescue of St. Louis is one that comes to mind. And then we've got a lot of people that like to golf on our team. So at the Italian Open, typically sees a sponsorship from us as well.
Yeah, and the Italian Open here in St. Louis is a wonderful organization that supports a lot of other charities themselves. So that's fantastic. Now, um, have become aware since Benji has been around, and maybe the past year or so, that you're very passionate about a new charity, and that's what we're here to talk about today. But we took a visit recently, and I want to roll this clip of you and Benji over at Duo Dogs. So let's go ahead and roll that clip right now.
Hi, Benji and I are here at Duo Dogs. Ben and I are in their Duo Touch program. At Incentive Concepts, we think it's important to be a part of the community that you live and work in. So Benji and I are spending our weekends right now training to become a therapy team. But I was introduced to Duo Dogs when my mom was going through chemotherapy. A dog came onto the floor, and all the nurses and patients and the caregivers, the tone changed, and it changed me. So I decided that when time allowed, I wanted to give my time and my energy to this mission, and our time came after my mom passed away, so Benji and I are gonna spend some time spreading some joy on her behalf. We have a nursing home in mind that we really want to go spread some joy and meet some new people, and Benji's a great candidate for it. The therapy training has taught me what I need to do to interact with the wonderful patients, and we're really looking forward to it.
Wonderful, wonderful. I love that clip.
I do too. Very powerful what Duo Dogs and the organization does. And I know that through all your hard work, you've gotten some leaders within the Duo organization to join us today so they can better help our viewers understand the great work they're doing. And hopefully, if you guys do plug into duodogs.org, you can learn more about the organization on your own too.
Yeah, for sure, for sure. And let us know what you thought of that cool clip. We have an amazing partner that put that together for us, and it was fantastic. And the fact that you were able to tie this all in with, I know that you lost your mother recently, and that just is very emotional. And I appreciate you sharing that, Billy. So thank you so very much. And with that, let's bring on our next guest, who is the actual head of Duo Dogs, believe it or not. So let's bring on Dawn, and Dawn can tell us a little bit about herself. Dawn, welcome. Thank you for joining us. Can you give people a little self-introduction?
Well, thank you for having us here with you today. Yeah, so my name is Dawn Van Houten, and I'm the CEO of Duo Dogs in St. Louis, Missouri. And our organization has been around for about 40 years, believe it or not. And so we've helped a lot of people over a long time. And so, we have dogs in our name, but Duo really says more about what we do, because we build extraordinary bonds between people and dogs to change lives, improve the community, and improve the lives of individuals. And so Billie, congratulations on the work that you're doing. You're in for an incredible journey as you learn the touch therapy certification. And Billie will be going out into the community here in St. Louis. We have 130 facilities who have said, we want Duo touch therapy dogs to visit our patients, visit our clients. And so right now, our touch therapy teams like Billie will be visiting hospitals, they'll be visiting schools, they'll go to child advocacy centers and different events. And so right now we have 275 teams right now that are doing what Billie's getting ready to do, here in St. Louis. And then other two we didn't really talk about was our assistance dog program. So for 40 years, we've been breeding, raising, training, and placing assistance dogs. These are full-time working dogs that help people with mobility challenges, help people with hearing challenges, veterans with PTSD. And then we also have full-time working dogs in facilities like hospitals, schools, courthouses, child advocacy centers. And then we also have a Duo ambassador dog, which you can see behind me. This is Barclay. This is baby Barclay. So Barclay is an ambassador dog, Duo dog for the St. Louis Blues. And so there's a lot of working dogs out there, and we're just so pleased that we can be a part of this mission.
Yeah, that's wonderful. Thank you so much for that amazing overview. And how does it make you feel to know that the work that you do and that your whole team does really has a positive impact on individuals and families and other organizations?
We can see it every day. I think that's what motivates me most, is because, a lot of times you'll talk about mission, or people will say, I work for this organization because of the mission. And when you get to see it every day through people like Billie and her companion Benji, and then all of the other clients that we help, when you see them work together, it really it says why we're here. And we have those moments every single day at Duo.
That's wonderful. You mentioned your partnership with the Blues through Barclay there. St. Louis Blues, we're big hockey fans here at Incentive Concepts. But are there other maybe national or regional organizations that you partner with that people might recognize? Or
So I'm glad you asked me that, because we are all across the country. Right now, we have 88 working dogs that are all across the country that could be service dogs or facility dogs. And so you mentioned Barclay St. Louis Blues. We also we're actually getting ready to place a facility dog with the Mayo Clinic. I see we've got some friends from Minnesota with us today. So that dog is going to help with the Children's Behavioral Health Clinic. So we're excited about that. And then we've got some really great partners like Purina here in St. Louis. They feed all of our dogs that are in training. And then their employees are really active with our touch therapy program and our puppy raising program. We continue to build new relationships with Worldwide Technology. You see Edward Jones is helping us with our puppy cam. And so we're really working, to get out there across the country.
Yeah, and for those of you that are watching, you have to go to Duo Dogs and look for their puppy cam. It is amazing. I think there's 5 right now in the litter, Dawn, or 6?
We have 6 puppies on site at our facility right now, where you saw Billie was at.
Mm-hmm.
And these dogs are here for the first 8 weeks of their life. And we've got volunteers with them 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. And then they go out to live with the volunteer puppy raisers while they're growing up.
That's wonderful. And it's a really, really cool facility. Dawn, we appreciate you so much for coming on. Don't go far, stay on here, but we're going to kind of shift gears now and we'll bring you back near the end if that's okay. But that's Dawn. Thank you so much for joining us. We appreciate it. Let's get back to some more of our submitted viewer comments here, Billie, if you don't mind, because we had some amazing charities mentioned by some of our viewers. We had Shelly Riley, who's actually been chatting right there. Her favorite nonprofit is Feed My Starving Children. So that's Shelly Riley from BI Worldwide. Thank you, Shelly. You tune in often. And then we have Jillian Jackman, who is joining us from Veterinary Study Groups. She's passionate about a lot of different nonprofits in North Georgia, which must be where she's based, including Orphan Annie, Pup and Cat Company, Lasky's Lucky Ones and Volunteers, Release Atlanta, and a lot more. They do a lot of good work to save dogs and cats on those euthanization lists. So thank you for sharing that. Jill Nason Benjamin, I hope I'm saying that right, from Swag Minded. She likes the Project in St. Jude's and ASPCA. So thank you for that, Jill. And then another from our teammate, Jenna. Jenna Fugner, sorry, I always have a hard time saying that. She's a big fan of the International Rett Syndrome Foundation, and that's a wonderful organization that Incentive Concepts also supports. So thank you for that, Jenna, as well. But those are some amazing nonprofits that people have mentioned. Now, we do have an exciting surprise that Billy's going to talk about later in the episode for some of these submitted comments, so stick around for that. But Billy, I think you and Benji are going to step aside now. Thank you so much. And we're going to bring Cindy on, but don't go far because we're going to bring you back on. Cindy Henry is joining us also, and Cindy is in front of this awesome pet display here with Kate Spade products. Cindy, can you give people a quick self-intro?
Absolutely. Hey, everybody. For those of you who don't know me, I am Cindy Henry. I'm the fashion brand advisor here at Incentive Concepts. I joined our IC family about 2.5 years ago, but I have been in the industry for 10 years as a buyer. And I'm so excited about this episode, not just because I get a chance to highlight products that I love, but also because who doesn't love puppies and dogs and just doing good in the world?
Yeah, for sure. And actually, Kim Thorne chatted a few minutes ago. Let's put that up there about Duo Dogs. She says it sounds like an amazing organization. Good luck to Billy and Benji for sure. Thank you so much, Kim. And Regina, who's on our team, just put a chat in about Billy's star power. And that's the truth. Billy is just such a champion of our team. And Billy, we really appreciate you. But Cindy, back to you. You gave us a quick self-introduction. And I know you're a big fan of IC's core values. But before you talk about that, you have some pets, don't you?
I do.
Okay.
I am a devoted pet mom to 2 wild dogs and 3 sassy cats. There's a saying that, pets only may be a part of your life for a short time, but to them, you're their whole life. And that honestly couldn't be more true. I think the sun and the stars rise and set with me for my animals and vice versa. Their love is unconditional. And I just love the emotional connection that I have with my fur babies.
Right. And we love when you bring the pets in too. We get to spend some time with them, but you're also very passionate about philanthropy, which is, I think, one of the reasons you're attracted to Incentive Concepts, like many of us. And so what are some of the nonprofits and the causes that are important to you?
Yeah, so there are a couple of non-animal rescues here, Stray Rescue, 10th Life Cat Rescue that I support, but I think the one that honestly is the most near and dear to my heart, as Jenna mentioned actually, and how I met Jenna, is the International Rett Syndrome Foundation. So my best friend's son is one of the very few boys around the world living with Rett syndrome. It is a very rare genetic neurological disorder that impacts children in their early stages of development, and it leads to severe impairments that impacts every aspect of their life: speaking, walking, eating, and drinking easily, breathing easily. Actually, I'm a pound fitness instructor in my off hours. And last year I launched an annual fitness fundraiser called Pound Out Rett, benefiting the International Rett Syndrome Foundation. And in our first year, we raised over $15,000 for their organization.
Well, that's amazing. Congratulations on that. And I know you were very excited about that event, and it's just fantastic that you're able to give back that way. But we're here talking about pets. We talked about Benji. You're a fashion advisor. So how are we connecting the dots with pets and fashion?
Absolutely. Well, as a fashion brand advisor, one of the brands that I manage is Kate Spade New York. And after years and years of their devoted fashionistas asking, Kate Spade finally launched pet products back in fall of 2023. So they did an entire collection of pet products, everything from this beautiful pet bed to stainless steel bowls, leashes, collars, bags, and some very cute toys that you will see. And so I see Incentive Concepts brought in the Adventure Stripe assortment, and we offer this in bundles in 13 different options for our customers.
Wonderful, wonderful. It's a really cool collection. And we actually have a really neat video of that collection that takes about 20 seconds, I think. So let's go ahead and roll that clip right now. Love it. That's so cool. I want that dog.
Beautiful, beautiful dog.
Yeah. Anything else you want to add about this collection, or maybe how people can incorporate it into their corporate gifting or employee recognition programs? Or
Absolutely. So I love this collection. I can tell you personally, I am the office favorite. When the IC dogs come to the office, they all come to my office first. They are pet approved, bulldog approved. Brian Revolta's bulldogs have played with these toys, laid in these beds, and they are durable. My own 2 dog boys wear their Kate Spade collars proudly every day, and they're very rowdy and they are holding up. But I think that people can incorporate pets into their programs, because we all love our pets, and why not get to spoil them rotten while we have them? And it's a great way to be a little indulgent and give them something special and luxurious for them.
For sure, for sure. Well, thank you so much for joining us. We are moving right along. Don't go far. You're going to come back in a second, but I want to bring on our next guest. And this is a very important guest. He was kind enough to host us at Duo Dogs, and we're bringing on Sean McCaffrey. So Sean, well, hello there. How are you?
Hello, Andy. Good to see you again.
Great to see you. Can you give people a quick self-introduction about your role with Duo Dogs?
Sure. Once again, my name is Sean McCaffrey. I'm the Chief Development Officer with Duo Dogs. And in plain language, that means I oversee all of our fundraising that we do here at Duo Dogs. We are a 501c3, so we're highly dependent on our community and friends to support the programs that we offer to the community, all at free of charge.
That's wonderful, wonderful. And we have another video clip that we created that has a little bit of a more holistic view of our visit there. So let's go ahead and look at that clip right now, and then you're going to come back on right after that. So let's go ahead and roll that clip right now.
The tour of Duo Dogs was very impressive. A very cool organization, local here in town, doing some amazing work. It's a world-class facility with some really impressive people. I mean, they're helping everyone from children to students to veterans to people who are sick, so a very worthwhile cause, and we're happy to support them.
So I'm the Fashion Brand Advisor here at Incentive Concepts, and I am a devoted pet mom myself to 2 wonderful dogs and 3 crazy cats. And really, just the emotional intelligence of animals is truly amazing. But they are so intelligent, they are so cued into who you are, and it really does go to show just how much of a difference they can make in having them in your lives. I was very passionate about this organization through Billie, so we came together and curated some really amazing items to donate to their upcoming charitable events, including some things from Kate Spade for their pet products.
We've got a lot of amazing people working at Incentive Concepts, and they've got a lot of amazing causes that are important to them. We care about what they care about. What's important to them is important to us. And that's going to come back around to Incentive Concepts. They're going to go above and beyond to do everything they can to support IC, our clients, and our brand partners.
And the end on the handshake is awesome, isn't it?
Yeah, Benji's sweet dog. I think Benji and Billie are both going to do great work.
For sure. And what does it mean to have people like Billie and Benji, from your perspective, helping out Duo Dogs?
Without our volunteers, we couldn't do what we do in the St. Louis community and beyond. We have about 700 volunteers on our volunteer roles. And, having that many volunteers, from doing everything from being a touch therapy team to helping with being a volunteer puppy raiser with our assistance dogs, it really helps us keep costs down. Our annual budget is about $2 million, of which 1.8 million of that is made up through philanthropy. And so we are incredibly grateful to our volunteers because, again, without them, the work we do would not be possible.
Well, wonderful. Well, wonderful. And thanks to Billie, especially, and Cindy, we kind of curated a really nice selection of gifts. That's what we're all about. And we donated those Kate Spade products and other brands. Hopefully you can put those to good use. What type of programs do you think you'll incorporate those into?
Absolutely. Those items we'll use in our auctions with our gala. We have a gala actually coming up this Saturday. Okay. We also have a trivia night here that we also have a silent auction in. And I know those items will do well. I know the Kate Spade items got a lot of attention within our office, and we have to keep them under lock and key because I think people have an eye on them and will bid them up and raise a lot of good money for Duo.
That's wonderful. That's wonderful. Well, we know where to get those products if you need more. So I know someone, but so if anybody would be interested in learning more about Duo Dogs, where should they go, or where should they contact you?
Visit our website on duodogs.org.
Mhm.
As we mentioned early in the program, we have a puppy cam. You can watch our puppies. Right now, we have 6 puppies that are about 5 weeks old or so. You can watch them live all day. I think it's the puppy cam turns on about 8 a.m. Central and turns off at 9 p.m. Central. And we have several events. If you're here local in St. Louis, all of our events are listed on our website, and of course, all the social media as well.
Yeah, for sure. And I would encourage everyone watching to follow Duo Dogs on social media. They've got some great partnerships and great stories out there. Emotional, very emotional kind of connections, which is what it's all about. We really appreciate you coming on, Sean. I'm going to bring Billie back on right now because I want to help announcing this important announcement here. So you can stay on, Sean, if you'd like, but we had a few more people that submitted their favorite charities, and we want to do something special for one that we randomly drew. But let's look at a few more before we do that kind of special announcement, Billie, if that's okay. Okay, perfect. So Kim Tepley, her favorite nonprofit is a local Cafe Meow, and must be a cat-related thing for cats and kittens. She's a cat mom, I know that, and she loves supporting this organization, their efforts to find homes for the furry residents. And so thank you, Kim, for mentioning that as your favorite nonprofit. And then Michelle Crosby from Bright Spot Incentives and Events. She is a big fan of SPCA of Texas. Wonderful. Thank you very much, Michelle, for that submission. And then Brian Little with Halo, I think who Christy and Brian are related, I believe, but they're passionate about the River Rogue Animal Shelter, and another person that's passionate about wonderful animals and find them suitable adopters or rescuers. So Brian, thank you for submitting that thing. But Billie, we chose one special person's submitted comment here or favorite nonprofit, and tell them what we're going to do with this, because we want to make this kind of special, right?
Absolutely. We want to switch it up from time to time. And in the past, we've donated product. This time, we're going to make a donation in the charity, and the person that submitted the entry to the charity that you mentioned. So, Andy, are you going to put up the entry that we randomly selected?
Yeah, let's go ahead and put that up so you can read it.
Mm-hmm. So congratulations, Karen Weiss from Sonic Promos. Your entry, which is Make Them Know Your Name, MTKYN, helps prevent heart-related fatalities in communities across the nation by providing the resources necessary to educate people in various aspects of heart health. So again, you were chosen at random, and Karen, I hope you're not sleeping through this like Ben is, but we are so excited to make a donation in your honor to support the charity that's near and dear to your heart. So congratulations.
Okay, yes, for sure, Karen. Thank you so much for that submission. I believe that group is connected with the football player who had a heart injury in Cincinnati, and I believe that's that was the genesis for that foundation. But what a wonderful foundation! There's so many wonderful charities and nonprofits out there around this wonderful country. So we're just happy to be able to help Karen out and help that foundation out. But let's bring on everybody back, because I want to just kind of wrap this up. We're getting close to time here. Let's see, Dawn, why don't I start with you? Dawn, thank you for joining us. What did you think of this episode?
This was so much fun. You said it was kind of a crazy organization and what you've been doing since COVID, and congratulations for having this kind of activity. I'm sure that people really enjoy it. We've really enjoyed being here.
Well, thank you so much. And yeah, we do have fun with it. Sometimes we get a little silly, but that's okay. That's our personality. And Cindy, coming over to you, any closing thoughts before we wrap up?
No, I love being a part of a team that cares so much about the community and giving back, and to be able to have the opportunity to learn about organizations that I didn't even know about, even some here, that now I have a passion for myself. So thank you for including me.
For sure. And Sean, thank you so much for hosting us. Those videos were fantastic. We're going to put those videos out on their own probably over the course of the next week. So we'll tag you guys on social. And that was a great way to experience your facility.
Thank you for having us on. We really appreciate it.
Well, it was wonderful. And then, of course, last but not least, Billy and Benji. Benji's our star of the show. You guys are amazing. Thank you so much for supporting Duo Dogs. And looks like Benji needs a little bit more of a nap or a snack or both.
Absolutely. Real quick, this is Benji's favorite Kate Spade pet product. He often comes in the office and runs straight to Cindy's office to grab it out of the bin. And I just want to thank Cindy for always picking items that I find out that I want after she knows I already want. You are amazing at what you do. And really, Sean, for you to take the time to show us Duo Dogs, I've spent hours in that facility learning some great things from your trainers. And I just appreciate everything that Duo does to make sure that they nurture our community. And Dawn, you are such an impressive leader. Your team, they do everything right when you're not looking and when you are looking. And it's so neat to be a part of a organization from the volunteer side that's just ran beautifully and does such great things in our community. So thank you for letting me volunteer with your organization. And Andy, kudos, 88 IC lives. Holy cow.
Yeah. Well, we're finally figuring out how these things work. But thank you, Billy. And thank you all for joining us today, for watching. We haven't quite finalized our details for our March broadcast, but stay tuned to incentiveconcepts.com/live for that information, and we'll send that out to everyone too, so you can RSVP and tune in. Again, for all of our guests, thank you so very much, and to everyone watching, have a great day and an even better weekend, and we'll see you next time.